A movie theater offers free admission to Redheads. Skittles are unfit for human consumption, according to a lawsuit. And doctors warn women not to put ice lollies inside their vagina during this hot weather. These are the weird stories from Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a hot-ass closet. Let's get right to it. And we're off to the rodeo. Movie theaters in the UK will offer free entry to Redheads. That's right, people with red hair, which is pretty much everybody in the UK. So I suppose they're offering free entry to everybody in the UK. They're all pasty, redheaded freaks over there, as you know. And it's not easy to be a redhead in the heat of summer, especially right now. I heard it's very, very hot in the UK. They can't handle it. It's like 72 degrees Fahrenheit over there. Have you heard? It's out of control. And the poor pasty redheads, they are the silent victims of this. Well, now they can get into some theaters where there's air conditioning and save their lives. I'm very happy for them. I, of course, can make fun of redheads a little bit. Some of my best friends are redheads. As experts predict, the UK could witness its hottest ever days on record this week. Showcase Cinemas has announced that Redheads will be given free entry to its screens. This news comes as the UK basks in sunshine. However, with temperatures expected to reach the high 30s tomorrow and today and Wednesday, many people will be heeding advice to stay out of the heat. With this in mind, the good people at Showcase Cinemas have taken special precautions for those of a fairer complexion. Redheads, often more vulnerable than most of us to the sun's rays, will be allowed to shelter from the sun inside the fully air-conditioned cinema screens to catch the latest blockbusters for no cost at all. Free admission. How about that? Just for redheads, though. Don't go putting on a red wig, all right, and try and sneak in. All right, this is for redheads. By the way, is redheads inappropriate? Is this an insensitive term? I mean, I'm not always up to date with the words that I'm not allowed to use anymore in the culture. Redheads, is this okay? Would some redheads call the show and tell me if this is offensive? Please. 646-450-2012. You know the line. Okay, it says here, auditoriums at Showcase Cinemas across the country are kept cool thanks to Cinema's state-of-the-art air conditioning system. Yes, state-of-the-art. It's like they just discovered air conditioning. We have this thing called air conditioning. It makes the air cool for you. No longer do you have to fan yourself with some twigs in your little hamlet. You can go to the Showcase Cinemas all across the UK. And if you have some red hair and you're a fair complexion, we'll let you in for free. Now, those of you with all that red hair on top of your head, does the carpet match the drapes? I was going to say, those of you that are able to go see films for free right now at the theater might be wondering, what is playing? Good question. We have Chris Hemsworth reprising his role as Thor in Thor, Love and Thunder, which sounds terrible. You can also experience the roots of rock and roll in the big screen biopic Elvis, which I'm not interested in either. You can laugh out loud with Minions, The Rise of Gru. I think I'd go to that one because there's a chance someone's going to chuck some objects at the screen and do something outrageous. As you know, I covered a story recently where people are dressing up and acting out in the Minions movie. I typically don't go to the theater and watch mainstream movies because I find them to be a bunch of recycled crapola, to be honest with you. I like strange, weird underground stuff. Those of you who are members of the Patreon know that because I'll occasionally post little clips or even the full movie in the Patreon to sort of expose you guys to my weird tastes. But perhaps you want to go to the theater to cool off anyways. Go see Thor's abs. I mean, I'm sure there's some good abs in that movie. Now we have Mark Barlow, the UK general manager for Showcase Cinemas. Here's a quote from him. While the UK enjoys some much-needed sunny weather, we know how hard some people find the heat. That's why we want to tackle this heat wave and offer Redheads free entry to our cinema screens this Monday and Tuesday, so they'll be able to enjoy some of the amazing films on offer in the comfort of our air-conditioned cinema screens and ensure that they stay protected from the sun. Those redheads have it hard in the world today. I myself am a redhead. I'm bald, but I'm still considered a redhead. The free tickets for Redheads are available from the box office of your local Showcase Cinema. Monday, July 18th, Tuesday, July 19th. That's today and tomorrow, it looks like, right? Oh, damn it, I'm a little late. I should have did this on Friday. I couldn't do it on Friday, guys. It was Florida Friday. All right. The offer is limited to one free ticket per person and can't be used in conjunction with any other offers. You know, because there's all sorts of offers for redheads out there in the world. In other words, you can't, you know that free wheelchair that they offer redheads? You can't bring that in there, okay? That's another offer. And now, Putin sings hits from the past.
I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel nice. Sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. I've got you.
A lawsuit against Skittles, the candy, claims that it is unfit for human consumption. Mars Incorporated is being sued right now by a consumer who claims that Skittles are unfit for human consumption. How dare you attack this sacred candy from my childhood known as Skittles? Oh, I spent years just living off Skittles. This is why I didn't grow, I think, and my skin's green. JK. Okay, we have a consumer in this story named Janelle Thames. Janelle filed the lawsuit in Oakland, California, claiming in court documents that this candy contains high levels of titanium dioxide, also known as TiO2. Are you guys familiar with this chemical? I am not. But at no point in my life did I expect Skittles to be healthy anyways. So, I mean, you're taking a risk when you eat something that glows in the dark. Really? You know? What's wrong with these people that sue, saying these treats are no good for you? Yeah, we all know they're not good for us. Why don't you sue a fire? Be like, that thing hurt me. I'm suing the fire. It's just outrageous, these lawsuits. Okay. Now, if you put the Skittles next to the fruit in the supermarket, that's a little misleading. I don't think that's okay. And that was an issue at one particular grocery store, that they were putting sweet cereals right next to the produce, okay? And one could argue that that's a little misleading, but I think in general, most of us know that candy, no bueno, especially when it's those colors. Hello? Now, in a statement to the media, a Mars spokesperson said, "Our use of titanium dioxide complies with FDA regulations." Yeah, I'm sure that it does. The FDA lets all sorts of crap through. But, I mean, we're not all walking around being like, hey, man, these Sour Patch Kids, they're pretty healthy, right? Is this free range? Pretty organic, I think. Okay, so the lawsuit claims the company has long known of the health problems posed by TiO2. It states that the company committed to phasing out the TiO2 in its product, but has failed to do so. The lawsuit notes that this toxin was banned in France in 2019 and that the company announced it would comply with the country's law. Just last May, the European Food Safety Authority determined that TiO2 could not be considered safe for consumption. They're actually adopting a ban on the use of this TiO2 as a food additive. Maybe it should be banned. Maybe that's the thing that's happening here. You sue the company and, you know, maybe they'll remove it. But still, there's so much other crap in there. I mean, good luck. It's an uphill battle getting, you know, Mars Incorporated to make their treats somewhat healthy. I mean, we just kind of like, we just realize, hey, you drink Mountain Dew. Look at Mountain Dew, man. You just look at it. It's pretty obvious that it's no bueno for your el barrio. That's the extent of my Spanish. I mean, we're not going to really escape the sort of preservatives that are in a lot of this crap food. I mean, it's not even safe to eat a lot of the produce in this country. I came across an article talking about chemicals that are in there that made my hair stand up. My hair that isn't red. Per the lawsuit, Janelle would not have purchased the Skittles if he had known it contained TiO2. If he had known, I didn't know it contained this TiO2. Everybody's talking about the TiO2. In fact, when I sit down at a restaurant, I actually ask the waiter for a special non-TiO2 menu. I mean, the fact that you would buy Skittles anyways, like, this just tells me where you're at with your health. So it's you kind of lose credibility at this point. It's like saying, you know, I wouldn't have bought that Four Loko if I knew that there was also alcohol in it. I thought it was a caffeinated beverage.
You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast
Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast, good luck with your creation, good luck with your life, man.
Yay!
Doctors would like you all to know not to put ice lollies in your vagina in order to cool down in this hot weather. Just in case you're putting iced lollies in your vajayjay. I don't know what a lolly is. Is this also known as a popsicle? This must be a UK phrase, lollies. They're always using silly words over there. It says here, with record-breaking temperatures forecast for this week, people may be driven to extreme measures in order to cool down in this heat. For the first time ever, a red weather warning for extreme heat has been issued for Yorkshire and other parts of the UK, especially for today and tomorrow, with the office warning it could even lead to a loss of life. It has warned the heat could lead to widespread impacts on people and infrastructure, and that record-breaking temperatures could be seen as well. Well, good news, if you got red hair, you can go to the movies and cool off and look at Thor's abs. Says here, while there's plenty of good advice online for how to keep cool, in case you guys don't know how to keep cool in a country where clearly air conditioning is a rarity, there's one suggestion that has reared its head in the past that women are being reminded again not to pay attention to. We have now a doctor named Eleanor Drager. She's a sexual health consultant. She went on Twitter to give her regular reminder to women not to place ice lollies in their vaginas to keep cool. She went to college for a long time and spent a lot of money on her education to come up with this, by the way, guys. So you should probably listen to her. If anybody knows where you shouldn't stick an ice lolly, it's Dr. Eleanor. She asked how often she has to issue the guidance. Oh, she was asked how often she has to issue this guidance, and she replied, more often than you would think, because people are foolish. Now, if you're dumb like me, you're probably wondering, what's wrong with putting a popsicle into your nether regions on a hot day like this? Well, the doctor says, the vagina is composed of very delicate and sensitive skin, everybody. Hence, things that may seem innocent to other areas of the body, if they come in contact with the vagina, can cause infections, irritations, and damage. There are many things that should never go near a vagina, and ice lollies are up there. The ice can stick to the delicate skin of the vagina and cause real trauma and real damage to the vagina. In addition, the sugar in the lolly could potentially disrupt the natural pH of the vagina. And if all that didn't sound horrible enough, there's also the added concern that the popsicle could break off inside of you. Oh boy! You don't want to break off a popsicle in your vagina. Or, really, a banana. There's a lot of things that people put up there, that can break off. And now you got to go and be embarrassed at the hospital. And now we have another brilliant doctor from a gynecological clinic, Dr. Dada. Dr. Dada says, my advice would be to avoid any foreign bodies in the vagina for risk of infection. I would suggest loose cotton underwear and avoiding tight clothing to prevent any irritation and dermatitis developing. A cool shower and keeping well hydrated is just about enough. Don't be putting lollies up there, you silly freaks. And I know some of you are wondering, Jonesy, how do you keep cool in this weather, bro? Good question. How do I keep cool? Cold brew, baby. Iced cold brew that I make at home using a cold brew maker. Yeah, I'm pretty fancy these days. How much of it do I drink? About a gallon a day. And now, Putin sings old-school hip-hop.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk, you better back up. Try and play the role, and the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you've got the feeling, jump up across the ceiling. Muggs lifts a funk flow, someone's talking junk. I bust him in the eye, and then I take the punk's hoe. Feeling funkin', amps in the trunkin'. I got more rhymes than there's cops at a Dunkin' Donuts shop. Sure enough, I got props. From the kids on the hill plus my mom and my pops. I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around.
Jump around. Jump up, jump up and get down. Jump around. Ooh, that was a doozy, guys. And now here is the outro. You made it all the way. Pat yourself on the back like this. You hear my bare skin? Why do you have bare skin, Jonesy, when you're recording? Because I'm naked. I'm in a closet after all. I want to show some love to some of my supporters and fans of the show, my weirdo listeners. For instance, Chris Lucky. Lucky's a big-time fan of the show, been a patron for a long time. He wrote me a nice email. He writes, Jonesy, I'm still listening each day. All the shit I send you is in appreciation. Your show gives me something worth getting up for each morning and gave me back my sense of humor that I had lost. So big shout out to Lucky. What an amazing email. Made me feel very good inside. Also a shout out to a doctor, Dr. Alvarez, who writes, my daughter said, Jonesy, that I should tell you that Weird AF News is doctor approved as it makes us laugh so much, and laughter is the best medicine, of course. Yes, I agree. Laughter is the best medicine. And it's the only proper response to what's going on in the world right now. It's laughter, guys. It's laughter. Why go cry in your pillow when you can just have a laugh? I mean, it's ridiculous, right? This is why I do things like Putin sings the hits, because I'm just trying to make you laugh. It makes me laugh. This podcast makes me laugh as well. All the weird stories I come across, they make me laugh. So I figure if it makes me laugh, it's probably going to make you laugh. And then I try to add another layer of performance onto it for you, which is why I stay highly caffeinated. If you guys are getting something out of this show and you'd like to drop me a message, I would love to hear from you. funnyjones@gmail.com, on Instagram @funnyjones. If you want to support the show, you can do that as well by spreading the word. Doesn't cost anything to tell someone about Weird AF News. If you have a couple of dollars you'd like to add to my cold brew supply, you can go to patreon.com/weirdafnews and become a patron. You also get additional weird content. I posted, 7 videos in there yesterday? Was it 7? Something like that. All the weird videos that I came across on YouTube over the weekend, because I spent a lot of time scouring YouTube for weird crap. I put a lot of it in there, so you get to have a weird brain like me after the weekend. Anyways, I hope you're staying cool and keep on laughing, my friend. Good luck with your life, man.